Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to check fresh release from Eduard. This is a limited edition which is made in 1/48 scale. It is named as a Jabo, as you can see, and inside we will get Focke-Wulf 190A5 in U3 and U8 versions, which is quite unusual, I would say. There is no Profi-Pack boxing as far as I remember, so if you would like to have this version in 1/48 scale, this is your only option here. So, first of all, packaging here is quite typical for Profi-Pack or for limited editions from Eduard. Here you can see comparison with my hand. We have quite nice box art here. Then on the side we have some information about the kit. So it's a Focke-Wulf 190A5 U3 and U8 in fighter bomber role over England, Mediterranean and Eastern Front during 1943. We have 5 marking options, and also here we get Brosine dust filters, fuel tanks and underwing racks. Everything is given in pair, obviously, and you can see it here on this 3D model. Of course, inside we also get color photaged parts and painting mask. From the other side we can see all these 5 marking options. Here they are. So I would say that's a pretty typical camouflage for Focke-Wulf 190, and now we are going to open it. So here's what we have inside. All plastic sprues are separated into several plastic bags. We are going to open them and check everything closer in a second. In total there are 2 plastic bags, as you can see. So first plastic bag is dedicated to fuselage parts and also to wing parts. I just need to open it. It's a resealable plastic bag. And in the meantime, let me remind you that we have a quite nice donate button on our website. So if you would like to support us, if you appreciate what we are doing, you can just press it, choose the amount you would like to send us via PayPal, and of course it will be used in order to improve photo and video quality of our video reviews. Actually, just model reviews. So here you can see first gray plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to fuselage parts. Both are molded together with tail segment. Note that cowling section will be assembled separately. Also here we have standard external detailing, so it means recessed panel lines and riveting. Here you can see them on one half, and here's the second half. If you flip over these parts, you'll find nothing inside, because cockpit should be assembled separately, so no worries, there will be something inside. The same applies to the tail landing gear leg. All those elements will be inserted or assembled separately. Okay, next we go on to the second gray plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to wing halves. So as you can see, we have here 1 piece bottom part and 2 top covers. Again, recessed panel lines and riveting are present. Ailerons are molded separately while flaps are molded in. So if you would like to drop down those flaps, you will have to get the separately molded or separately sold PE set, and it will also have its own demands, I would say, or requirements for your experience, because this is PE set and you have to cut some plastic, so be ready for this. But even out of the box version should look good, so if you are not that eager to work with PE parts, you should be fine. And if you flip it over here, you'll find that we have guiding pins on both edges, and also those wheel well parts will be installed separately here. It should bring a bit more detailing, I would say. Next we have another plastic bag. Here it is. Slightly bigger plastic frames, because those are dedicated to mix of various parts. So just give me a moment. I need to open them. Okay, so first of these 3, as you can see here, we have various parts for external and internal detailing. We have even antennas for night versions, even though they're not copied in this boxing. We have landing gear wheels, which can be replaced with bracing parts, and the same goes for those cockpit parts. So if you would like to have even more detailed cockpit, you are free to buy bracing set, which is sold as a separate upgrade from Eduard. Next we have another grey plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to landing gear covers. Here we have also machine gun covers, fuel tanks, ailerons, and also here we have tail wings and elevators. Again, external detailing looks the same as what we saw on the fuselage. All parts which are separated into two halves, they have guiding pins inside, so it should make it easier to glue them together. And last but not the least is this grey plastic sprue. Again, mix of various parts, because here we have main wheel wells, we have engine insert. So if you would like to have a more detailed engine, you will have to get the brassine set, which is sold separately. The same goes for the cockpit. Cockpit should be fine out of the box because we have PE parts included. But obviously if you would like to have even more, you have to resort to brassine set, which is sold as a separate upgrade. Next we have another plastic sprue. This one comes in its own Ziploc bag. Obviously this is a clear plastic sprue. Here we have canopy parts, and this parts design should let you build model with open cockpit, and parts look really good. I mean, you can see that everything is molded in a nice quality, and masks are included, so you shouldn't be worried about any possible issues here. So next we have quite interesting bonus. Here it is. It's another Ziploc bag. So as you remember, we had the resin parts included into this build. So first of all, here we have special racks for fuel tanks. I can zoom in a bit more so that you can see them in detail. And as far as I remember, those racks are not sold separately. The same applies to those underwing fuel tanks. As you can see, they are molded as a one-piece element, so you won't have to deal with any separate pieces. You just separate them off the base and you're good to go. And next we have the special cooling parts. As you can see here, we have an alternative version of the dust filters. They look really nice, and of course they're detailed inside. Actually, this is just a plain surface, but it is a bit surprising. But here outside we have riveting in place, so at least outside it will be a nice looking alternative. Next we go on with PE parts. So just give me a second. Small plastic bag with pre-painted PE thread, so just need a moment to remove it. Here it is. Here we have pre-painted parts, so obviously they will be used for the cockpit, but also there are some external elements, and more PE parts are supplied on this tiny unpainted PE thread, which is also typical for this brand of plastic kits. Next we have this transparent plastic bag with masks. So mask sheet carries pre-cut masks or pre-cut stickers for canopy and also landing gear views, which is really cool in my opinion. And next we have another plastic bag. This one is dedicated to Decal Sheets, so I just need a second to open it. As far as I can guess, both are printed in Eduard, so printing quality should be pretty much nice. Just need a moment to take them out and I will show them to you. So first of all, we have this main decal sheet which carries all necessary symbols for 5 marking options, as you remember. It is printed in Eduard. We have also decals for the cockpit, so if you're afraid of using PE parts, you can use these decals and get at least some detailing in the cockpit. Next we have another decal sheet, so there are 2 of them in total, and both are printed in Eduard. Here you can see that we get various stencils, which should add some finesse to the appearance of this model, because it's a 1/48 scale kit and it would be strange not to see or not to get stencils out of the box. Now I'm zooming out in order to show you the last bonus in this kit. Here it is. It's an assembly manual which is printed in form of typical large brochure. There is no surprise for those who are used to see or used to build Eduard kits. So inside we get, here we have parts map on the first page, paints chart. Assembly process starts with cockpit parts. Then we continue. Note that there is a choice between PE parts and decals in some spots, so you have to be careful while choosing the right part. Next we go on with engine insert, and here you have to modify standard plastic in order to use those resin panels, cooling panels, which are supplied as a special bonus for this edition. Next we continue working on the main wing. We install various parts, then we join everything together. Here we install the ailerons, front cooling section and tail wings. Here we work on the main landing gear, wheels and legs, and note that you have to do some modifications for the first marking option, so be sure to pay attention to those small things. Next we continue with Canopy Propeller. Here we have the assembly option for the closed canopy option. Here you can see Mask's application guide for the canopy and wheels. Next we go on with fuel tanks, and you can attach fuel tanks or leave racks without fuel tanks, it will be up to you. Next we have first marking option, which comes from France, July 1943. Quite interesting one because of the dark paint. Here we have another one from Sicily, it's July 1943. One more from Soviet Union, July 1943. Here we have another one from France, June 1943. This one again from Sicily, July 1943, and that makes 5 marking options in total. And here on the last page we get the stenciling guide for this kit. So as I said, this kit should be already available on official Eduard website. If you would like to get it ASAP, just go to their web and order it, maybe together with some brass sets. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you won't miss any new video review, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.